As good as your assessment first, please, Rohan.
Thought we defended well in the first half, and then made some corrections at half time to our attack, and I thought we looked in good condition all the way through in the first half when we were defending our line and not attacking particularly well. I thought our defence looked very solid and plenty of energy in the group. Yeah, steady away.
What was it that you corrected them for the second half?
Just playing a bit more direct, being a little bit more patient with it, and I think it was pretty clear straight after half time where we asserted ourselves and put on a few nice plays to finish off some opportunities.
How crucial did you feel it was to be the first side that scored in that second half?
Obviously, it's always good, try and score first and last in the game is something that I've been brought up with as a coach. So as long as that takes, puts you in good stead if you score first and last. But I didn't really make much of that scoring part. It was more like trying to get the process a bit tidier in that second half and generate some opportunities on the back of good solid ball carries on a slippery night. The surface was phenomenal given what's happened in the last couple of days. Ryan and his crew have done a cracking job to make it look like that and play like that, but still greasy as you'd expect. So once we're a bit more direct, the skill came out on the back of that.
What goes through your mind when you see Harry Newman score that try just a couple of minutes after coming on?
I don't think you want the honest answer. I'm thinking about what we're going to do on the next set of six, and that they might do a wobbly short kickoff or try and get the ball or disrupt us. Reflecting on it now, it's obviously a nice and a fitting way. He's been very patient. He's trained really hard. Our physio and physio team done a terrific job with him, and our S&C crew have taken over in the last little bit and seen him through. And I'd have to comment on Bentley today. Looked very fit, looked sharp. First game he's played since the World Cup, and even Nene in his first game a couple of weeks ago, he was ready to play, which is testament to the coaches and the S&C staff that have been getting them ready. Yeah, the physio crew have done a quality job. We're nearly back to sort of full. The long-term injuries are nearly all back. Mikolai's a couple of weeks away still, but they've done a good job.
When Ash came off in the first half, did you have to resist the temptation to put Harry on at that point earlier than you were thinking?
Nah, not at all. I'd made a decision in consultation with our medical and physical prep team about playing Harry for 25 or 30 minutes just to get the ball rolling as I would had he have been fully fit in the pre-season. His first game he probably would have played 25 or 30 minutes as well. So I was applying that principle. Reece Martin is a very accomplished centre in my opinion. So I had no hesitation playing Reece there for a period until it was Harry's turn.
What's the issue then with Ash?
Ankle. They're just assessing it. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it's a real serious one, but it might be one that costs him a few weeks. But sometimes hard to tell straight after. A scan and a bit of 24, 48 hours is usually the key there.
Back-to-back wins. You found a different way to win this game tonight. How much does that sort of encourage you?
Yeah, I love that. You want to win. I think every game's its own unique thing, as I've said plenty of times, and finding a different way to win is what it's all about, and being happy with that. That you got to grind and graft, and we knew Wakefield were going to be extremely difficult to break down. They've been difficult to break down. They had a couple of some bad moments in one of their games, but Huddersfield found it very hard to crack them last week. Catalans got them with some kicking. They competed hard, and I know they had a few injuries and stuff as the game went on, but they had a good crack. So we had to earn that.
Just lastly from me, how the spirit that you see late on it from Leeds to force Tafua out when it didn't really matter, that must be a big tick in the box as well.
It always matters. The result of the game is over, and you quite often see tries conceded in that same context. But that's something that we do talk about, that everything matters, whether it's the first minute or the last minute. Everything is important. So it was nice to see people turning up there and defending the goal line like it should be.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
Good.
Good contribution from everybody off the bench tonight. You mentioned Bentley and Newman, but the other two that came on gave you big impetus.
Yeah, I think both the Sams had a good shift there, and it's good to get. Sammy Walters did well last week and got his season rolling a little bit, and then Lasoni tonight got his season rolling a little bit. A step forward for both those guys in the last few weeks, which is good and needed for our middle unit there. It's going to be middle unit by committee over the year. You can never have too many fit, healthy and playing well middles, so it was good to see them do a decent job tonight.
Right, just to touch on that, in the first couple of games, Justin played that middle role of coming on a little bit later and making the impact, did very well in it. Sam did it last week, did very well. Sam Lasoni's done it tonight. You seem like you've got three middles who are thriving in that particular role. How encouraging is that for you?
Yeah, we've got a lot of minutes in our. They've all got a good motor, so try not to. I have a bit of an interchange schedule, but not strict, to try and see how the game's rolling and bring people in when I feel like they're going to make the most impact. Or, Justin had a big impact last week in his first stint. He came on in the first half and came on much earlier and did well in that role too. So I think it's important that middle unit guys can play off the bench or start. I think it's important to be able to do both.
And just on them, you'll have Justin back out, I assume, next week.
Yep.
You're back to having 5 available. Sam Walters has given you a bit of a headache with his performance every week. Ultimately, you normally go with 4 or 5, don't go with 4.
Oh, quite often we've had 3 middles on the bench, but that hasn't crossed my mind just yet. But Justin will be back in there.
How impressed have you been with Aidan Caesar? Obviously, people critical of his performances in the first 2 weeks. And he was very good last week, and obviously again tonight, brilliant little assist.
I'm happy Caesar played well. Again, I thought the second half he controlled things quite nicely and he carried the ball hard, and he's a hard bloke to tackle. I remember him as a young kid taking on inside shoulders and being very hard to tackle, and it's nice to see a little bit of that coming out.
And you must be really impressed with Jared O'Connor. I mean, the way he's developed as a number 9 under you is just sensational.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't take a lot of credit for that kid. He's a great kid, tough competitor, fit, does everything he's asked to do. Very early in the piece, I suggested it might be a decent career move for him to consider playing dummy half, given his size. That mostly people are looking for either a big and skillful guy or a very skilled 13. And Jared's based his game off hard work and competing more so, but he might be better off developing some dummy half skills. And he just said, "Yep, what do I need to do?" was his response, and he got cracking on it straight away. And the other boys, he's one of those guys that they just love playing with him because he'll do anything for the team, and he'll just keep going until he gets subbed. And if he gets subbed, he'll high five the bloke that comes on for him. He's just a great teammate, great kid.
Was there a temptation to let him play the full 80?
That was kind of the plan, particularly once Bentley went on earlier than I expected, given the shuffle there with Ash coming off. I thought